all right?
Yeah, I just drove over a pothole. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Listen, going back to sleep.
Are we almost there?
Yeah, we're just outside of San Diego. Ensenada's another hour after that.
Oh, I am so lucky. In a few hours, we'll be married.
I love you, darling. I always will. But I know that lying to Kirk would tear you up inside, and I'm not going to ask you to do that. I've made a choice, Eden. I hope you understand. It's not what I would have chosen, but given the truth of what we face, I know I have to say goodbye.
Going somewhere, partner?
No, I was just packing a few things. In case something goes wrong and we have to leave town quickly. Mm-hmm. No, really, you should too. I mean, it pays to be prepared. Would you put that away, Kirk?
I can't believe you, Gina. Gina, why don't we run to the drill with the gun again? Shall we?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Watch, Gina. And you give me one good reason why I shouldn't pull this trigger right now.
Do you think I'm skipping out on you? Because that's idiotic. I want Eden dead just as much as you do.
The silencer, Gina. It goes on in 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. And the safety goes on and off. On and off, Gina. Now, when the safety's on, it's not supposed to fire. Why don't we find out, huh? Well, safety works, doesn't it? But when the safety is off, this pistol has a hair trigger on it, Gina, and it requires just a very delicate touch.
Kirk, will you stop it for dear God, stop it!
You hate her even more, Gina. And if you're leaving, I'll be leaving with you.
What if something goes wrong?
Nothing's gonna go wrong, Gina. Nothing. The wheels are in motion. They can't be stopped now. We're going to keep our appointment with Eden today. And then the only way that you're gonna walk away from there alive, if Eden doesn't.
I didn't mean to wake you up.
Oh, it's all right. Waking up to you is one of the prettiest sights any man could ever hope for. That's true, Marion. You have to learn how to take a compliment. Boy, I really was tired last night, wasn't I? I fell asleep and my head hit the pillow.
Thanks for understanding.
Oh, there's nothing to understand.
No, there is, though. What you don't know is that I felt very safe and loved sleeping next to you all night. And I felt unafraid.
Good.
I watched you as you slept, and I thought about us. And what I'm trying to say is that those worries that I've had, I don't think I'm going to have them anymore. I'm just new at this.
I love you, Mary.
Let me go make you some breakfast and bring you a medication.
Always the nurse, you know? pity you even dressed like one.
That's me.
You know, I could skip breakfast.
Yeah, I could too, but I have to get over to CC's because his doctors are coming this morning. So, how do you like your eggs?
Mary, my appetite is not going to be satisfied by mere food.
I know.
Tonight, Mary. Tonight.
Oh, of course I'm disappointed you're going to be delayed, darling. I miss you terribly. Everyone here is so miserably provincial. Please hurry. Yes, I love you too, sweetheart. Kiss, kiss. You really should announce yourself before coming into a room, dear.
I'm so sorry. Good morning, Madeline.
Besides, what are you doing here so early? I should think that you and your new husband would have lots of...
CC's doctors are coming by today, and I wanted to be here in case they change his regimen.
That's right. You were his nurse. Well, you know, they could feed my uncle arsenic. It wouldn't do him an ounce of harm. I believe he's going to outlive an army of doctors.
Well, I sure hope so.
Mm-hmm. You know, the dedication of servants never ceases to bewilder me. Listen, while we're at it, would you be a dear and find out how one goes about getting breakfast in this place?
Well, first of all, one makes sure one is in the dining room by 7:30.
A.M., you must be joking.
I will tell the cook that you're a late riser.
Yes, you can give him my order, too. 2 freshly baked scones, apple butter warmed, tea, the blend you'll find on the dresser in my room, and fresh melon sliced. And, oh, when you're finished in the kitchen, I'd like to have a word with you. The decline of Western civilization is complete. Oh, good heavens, it's you, the man from last night.
One seasoned English butler. Hold the mail.
My sister tried to pay you last night.
Boy, mad baby, you don't look so hot this morning. What happened?
Listen, are you a friend of one of the servants?
Well, actually, Mr. C and I are polo partners. Now, might the master be at hand with his mallet?
I think you should just go before I have to call
Oh,
someone.
no, please. No Dobermans. I'm only here to apologize.
Apology accepted. Good day.
Not so fast, not so fast. Methinks I'm getting a bum rush here.
All right, if you must say your piece. All right, well, I'm glad you at least possess some sort of conscience. After the fit of pique with the champagne last night, you ruined a $2,000 dress.
Yeah, you're right. I should have used a bucket of tar instead.
What?
On myself for stooping down to your level. See, actually, I'm only here to apologize to your kid sister. Something I said to her I wouldn't repeat to a trucker. I was saving for your ears only.
And what was that? Courtney? Courtney, stay where you are. No, better yet, go call the guards. Madeline, if he's here to see me... No, go get someone!
Yeah, in the hall. Dial 911.
Now, you listen here, mister. I have no desire to be subjected to your boorish and impertinent behavior, especially at an hour when decent people don't come calling.
Yeah, like I said, it ain't a pretty sight seeing you and your crow's feet standing there wrapped in the excretion of 100 or so thousand silkworms. May they rest in peace.
I never.
Try it. It might loosen you up a little bit.
No, Gina. If she doesn't go to that spot, we don't try this again tomorrow. It's today, Gina. Today! Now, what did I say? What did I say?
All right. All right. You said if she doesn't go to the right spot, I make a noise until she does. I wait until then, right?
Now, that wasn't that hard. Now, was it? Then what, Gina? Then what? What's next?
Then I hold the gun on her.
Yes.
I hold the gun on her.
You hold the gun like this, Gina. Like this! With your elbows locked. You want her right across the barrel in those sights because you do not want to miss her. Then you cock back the hammer like this, Gina. And then you shoot her, Gina. You shoot her because if you don't, you're gonna die.
different, but look, I know the whole routine. I know how to load the gun.
Yes, but do you want to? Do you want to kill Eden? I want your desire, Gina.
Yes, I want to. I just don't think that another person should kill somebody.
Unless, of course, that person's Cece. Or the person that's about to send you to prison for the rest of your life. She'll make sure that you never see Brandon again, Gina. Never! He's gonna get old. Santana's gonna be his mother, and you're just gonna turn out to be some rotting memory to him.
Eden pushed Cece into giving Brandon to Santana. She's always hated me. She's jealous. She thought I might have some small part of her father's love, so she turned her father against me.
Got him to throw you out of the house without a penny to your name. She's the one that's forced you to live in this roach-ridden motel, Gina.
Yeah, well, she's gonna pay for it. Eden's gonna die.
That's it. Well, let's get ready. It's showtime.
Oh, there you are.
Where?
Well, I thought I said that I wanted to have a word with you.
Madeline, you'll be relieved to know that your uncle is making such progress the doctors have cut back on his medication.
Wonderful! But what I wanted to tell you was that my husband, who was supposed to arrive today, has been delayed again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, well, even so, I want everything made ready for his arrival. I would like you to have my things brought down to that tiny, if charming little guest house on the grounds, because I've decided that's where he and I shall stay while we're here.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why is that?
Well, in the first place, I am a nurse. I'm not a bellboy.
Oh, well, I know that, but this house is so terribly understaffed, and you are a uniformed worker.
And in the second place, there are people living in that guest house.
Living? What is a guest house for, if not for? Well, it doesn't matter. Who's living there?
A Dr. McCormick and his wife.
Dr. McCormick, and that would be you. Well, don't you have your own place to go to?
The guest house is our own place for as long as we wanted. It was a gift from your host.
Uncle Cece!
Gina, I told you to wait in the car.
I just want to see Brandon one last
No,
time.
wait. I only have a few things to do around here, and then we are out.
Well, I could just go and look for him while you're doing
No,
it.
Gina, I just want to make sure that this note from Cruz to Eden is properly in place. Then I'm going to rush you on down to the boathouse, and I'm on my way out to the airport to make sure she gets here. So, if you'd please.
Do you think she's actually going to show up?
Oh, I'm sure she'll make some excuse to make it look as though she's just arrived. Gina, can I trust you to stay in the boathouse until I get there?
Sure.
All right, so you won't mind if I lock you in?
Forget it. I'll just wait in the car.
Well, honey, what are you doing here?
That's a great greeting.
No, I just mean that you must have taken an earlier flight. No, welcome back.
Thank you.
No, I was just on the way out to the airport to pick you up, and our friend here sneaked in to have a little visit with her boy. As you know, Gina, that's forbidden. I was going to give her an escort home. I was just on my way.
I just wanted to see Brandon for a few minutes.
Well, since you're already here, I don't see any harm in it.
That's quite a change in attitude, Eden.
I talked with Daddy. He said that Brandon's been kind of depressed lately. I think a visit from his mother might be exactly what he needs. These all for me?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. This doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't, darling?
Nothing. I'll take care of it.
So, how did the employee evaluations go? Everybody up to muster?
Oh, it's fine. Listen, would you tell Daddy I'd like to see him, please?
What about?
That's something I'd like to just discuss between the both of us.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll go and look for Brandon then.
Gina, listen, as you know, I've always stuck behind my father. But he's not always right. And I don't think he's been right in limiting your seeing Brandon.
Are you saying that maybe he should have gotten a court order and made it legal?
No, I don't think it's right for a mother to be separated from her child, no matter what the circumstances of the marriage. Brandon misses you, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to talk to Daddy about reinstating your visiting privileges.
What is this, Eden? Some kind of joke?
Well, I know it's not very much. Ann and Brandon will be going to live with Santana and Mason, so you can deal with them from now on when it can...
Well, I appreciate your efforts, but everything's changed. You see, Mason backed out of the wedding to Santana.
He did. Well, at least you'll be able to see Brandon a little bit more.
Aren't you upset?
Well, I'm sorry for Santana, if that's what you mean, but if you think about it, it's typical Mason. Actually, it's kind of lucky. I think it saves Brandon the stigma of having Mason as a stepfather.
But you have other reasons for not wanting me and Brandon to be together, don't you? Things you know about me.
Listen, Gina, you and I... The past is the past, and it would be really great if we could just forgive and forget.
Right. And you don't want to see me rot in prison or anything like that.
You know, I don't know how to take you sometimes.
Look, I know Brandon can be difficult at times. And I don't blame you for being angry with him and
Look,
yelling
I don't know where
at
you
him.
get this idea, but I think Brandon is a wonderful child. He's very giving. He's affectionate. You've done a wonderful job with him. He's everything I would hope my little boy or girl would grow up to be. If I ever decide to have a child.
We've made some changes, you can see.
Santana. Hola, tía. Qué linda. Let me look at you. When did my little niña become such a woman?
Little by little.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh. I did not know you were so handsome.
That's right. You were in Santa Barbara when? How long ago was it?
The Dodgers had just lost to the Yankees for the World Series, sir.
Uh-huh. You know, they beat him since then. Plus, they got Fernando now. Elena, you weren't with Diego when you were in Santa Barbara because I would have remembered your beautiful face.
Ay, Salamero. But I have heard about you for years.
¿Verdad?
See, for years my sister Rosa has had a special little prayer in her head just for you. Ay, he must have been listening.
Looks that way.
When you settle down, I have a lunch for you, a pollo Elena flan. Ay, qué alegría.
Gracias. Your reputation precedes you.
I think you had just made her day. Now can I show you where you're going to stay?
Oh, Diego, can I talk to you just for a minute?
Sure.
Oh, listen, I have to make a call anyway. I need to let the station know where I am. Can I use that phone out there?
Well, sure, of course.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, what do you want to talk to me about?
Yeah, Buzz's place have oyster will travel. Wait. Cruz? Yeah, what's going down? No, I haven't forgotten about that fix-up work you want on your estate. Yeah, in case that's what prompted this how to do. No, cool your jets and tell me if you have seen the Crockett and the Tubbs yet. Yeah, I mean, that is Florida's #1 tourist trap these days. Am I right? Yeah. You took a wrong turn? Your wish is my order. I will get right on it. Happy days are here again, Trixie. Every boy is back in town.
Wait.
Yeah.
Fred.
Ginger.
What is this all about?
What? Don't you follow the King's English? No. Cruz, the hombre, sometimes referred to as Castillo.
Oh, he's not going to take that job in Miami.
That's right. The details are a little sketchy right now, but it looks like that's going to happen. There's no word yet on his estimated time of arrival, but he has asked me to take down the for sale sign on his sandcastle.
Yeah, that's great.
You know another thing? I get to keep the $80 that he paid me for painting this place, which now I don't need to pay no more. That's it. Well, what are you standing there looking at me for?
I want to know what happened with your butler escapades.
You don't really want to ask. I mean, you would not believe it. Look, I'm very sorry that I got a little huffy with you, okay? I mean, it's just when I get around that Countess chick and her sister, the mouse, it drives me crazy, really.
Well, I can understand, but how come?
Well, it's just something that goes a long way back. Do you remember Pavlov's dog? He salivated when he heard the bell.
Yeah?
Well, this pup froze at the mouth when he sees diamonds.
She's not here.
Well, where'd she go?
I don't know. I guess she went home. It seems Brandon was shopping with Rosa. Is my father coming down to see me?
No, sweetheart. He's still in with his doctors. Your cousin Madeline's also waiting to see him.
He said to say welcome back and that he'll speak with you later.
I'm not surprised he's avoiding me.
Avoiding you?
And Cousin Madeline's here. I don't think I'm in the mood to see her. That's why I forgot she's coming.
She asked about you.
Kirk, I think we need to talk.
Well, I'd love to, but I have to be getting to an appointment, Eden.
Well, how could you? If you were planning on picking me up at the airport. Or weren't you?
Oh, no, yes, I was, but... Well, as you know, Gina just threw a monkey wrench into everything.
Did you know I was in Santa Barbara yesterday?
You were? No, I had no idea. What were you doing here?
Then who were you looking for when you came to Cruz's house yesterday evening?
I didn't go looking for anybody at Cruz's house. Why would I do that?
You called out Cruz and Eden. I not only saw you, but I heard you. Now, unless there's some other person named Eden that you know, I don't think so.
Oh, right. Yeah, that. No, I did need to see Cruz about the hotel security problems. Apparently, they've really been getting out of hand. But what I want to know, Eden, is why would you come back from Hawaii without telling me? And instead of coming home to me, go straight to Cruz?
I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to be ashamed of.
Well, then why are you sorry?
I'm sorry because there's no honesty between us. There has been a certain amount of dishonesty pervading this household, and it is going to stop as of tonight.
So you and Cruz have come to some kind of decision?
No, Kirk. I want to talk to you about the two of us. About our future.
Well, it sounds heavy. In fact, I think it's too important of a subject to be talking about with such mundane things as appointments on my mind.
Well, when then?
Well, what about tonight over dinner, then?
Fine.
You're so beautiful.
Hi there. I have an order to pick up, an olive and pimento loaf. It's not for me. You. Miss Capwell.
Yes?
I'm sorry to mean to startle you. I don't know if you remember seeing me here the other night.
No, I don't think so.
I'm Julia Wainwright.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I hope I'm not being too nosy. I was just sort of wondering
What I'm doing in a place like this? Oh, and please call me Courtney. I'm looking for the man that they call Pearl.
Pearl. Well, you're in luck. I just happen to know where he is. I'm just not so sure he'd be happy to hear from you.
You're probably right, even though he did say some nice things to me this morning.
He did?
Yes, but I know he's still angry. And I feel responsible for all that happened last night. And I'd really like to make it up to him. I tried to give him a check last night, but he wouldn't take it.
I think maybe you'd make more headway with a handshake instead of a check this time.
I think you're right.
All right, I'll tell you what. I just happen to be going over there right now. Why don't you come along with me? That is, if you still want to do it.
Oh, I'd love to, but please, will you stay close to me? He seems rather unpredictable.
Thank you very much. Here are my bill. Oh.
Doctor, you're sure I'm pregnant? There isn't any kind of mistake? Well, no, I'm happy. It's just that I just don't know how it could have happened. I've been taking the birth control pills you prescribed to me on a regular basis, and the expiration date is not for 2 years off, and... Well, I know that they're not 100%. Yes, I know it's academic now. Well, thank you for everything. I need to see you come to the boathouse. Love, Cruz.
Hey!
What?
They have buzzers on the door for reasons.
But you can't for the life of you remember what they're for. Hi, I brought you 2 presents.
Hey, yeah. What's in there?
Olive and pimento loaf. I thought it would go nicely with your English.
Oh, terrific. What's the other present, huh? A bottle of antacids?
Hi. I wanted to talk to you earlier when you were at the house, but, well, because I felt like I should have been apologizing instead of you. You have every right in the world to be angry with us.
Oh, you're doing fine. Go on.
Well, although I felt your language was a bit coarse, I'm ashamed to admit that the sense of it was correct. And what I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry.
I see that.
Well, would you like to shake on it?
Shake, rattle, and roll. Sweetheart, would you mind entertaining Mrs. Rockefeller here while I get that, okay? Yeah, hello.
Yes, well, I'd love to, but you know I'm a working woman and I do have an office to go to. Do you think you can handle him from now on?
Yes, I think you took it quite well, don't you?
Don't let the exteriors fool you. Here, have some pimento loaf. Goodbye, dear. Have a nice day.
No, Mrs. Kirk, no, the prince ain't home. But I can tell you this, he's not Miami training with the Dolphins either.
So he didn't leave town. He's staying.
Seems to be the case, yes.
Well, you see, I got this message from him this morning, and it didn't make much sense, but now it makes sense thanks to you.
Yeah, I do what I can.
Oh, thanks, Pearl. Bye.
Don't tell me they fired you.
Since you're the boss, no, they didn't. It's just that it was so quiet at the clinic that I left Franny in charge and decided to take the afternoon off.
Well, I think that's an excellent idea. You're looking at the bathrobe, aren't you? Unless I know. I'm supposed to be exercising, but as soon as I got out of bed, I was attacked by an acute case of laziness. And I found myself couch-ridden. But I think I'm making it a miraculous recovery.
Well, listen, we'll take a walk later on if you feel up to it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I am scared to leave here for fear that the evil Countess Madeline will snatch the house away from us.
I don't think I've read that fairy tale.
Oh, it's about this wicked woman who tries to turn everyone into servants and then move into their homes.
Oh, yes, her. Well, I hope you told her no.
Well, I did, but she doesn't seem to understand that. Where are you going?
I thought I'd make you a little lunch. I figure since you're the breadwinner for the time being, I should start earning my keep.
My appetite is not going to be satisfied by mere food.
Wonderful. Well, that's like music to my ears.
I thought it would be nice if we were to lie down together.
Like we did last night?
No, like you wanted to last night.
You ever eat one of these things?
No, thanks. Look, I didn't mean to bother you while you were working or eating, and probably I should just go.
Oh, no, that's no problem. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, why don't you stick around, and I'll give you right back, okay? I'll save you the cab fare.
Well, I really must be going.
Here, put this down, all right? Oh, don't worry, don't bite. If you're hungry, feel free.
No, thanks.
Chow down.
Well, as I was saying,
Yeah, I know. You got to take off. Would you pick up the roller there, please? Thank you. So, what brings you to these parts? You're not from around here. I can tell that.
No, my sister and I live in the East.
Oh, the Orient. Well, you don't look it.
No, as in the East Coast, you know, New York, the Cape, Boston.
Oh, hey, no, that's not the way you hold one of these suckers. You see, you grab it with both
No,
hands.
wait a minute, this is wet.
Yeah, I guess so. Stripping.
Yeah.
I guess you've never painted before, have you?
No, just with oils.
Oh. I dabble a little bit in the canvas, too. Of course, I'm not Matisse, but hey, Picasso wasn't either, huh?
Uh-uh.
So, how long are you in for?
In for? Oh, you mean how long are we staying?
Uh-huh.
Not long.
Well, what's all this we stuff? I mean, your sister and you ain't exactly a matched pair. I mean, you are day and she is night, if you get my drift, huh? Oh, so anyway, it helps to put the roller into the can. Yeah.
What? Oh.
In here. Okay. Yeah. Idea is to get it all covered in paint like that.
Oh, okay.
And then take it out and do the wallsies.
Right, like this.
That's right.
okay.
You want to get married today? I thought you were going to announce your engagement.
Does that mean you refuse?
Well, Santana, marriage is a serious matter. I mean, it definitely requires more preparation than a single morning. Bonds must be posted for a month. There's a certain amount of instruction that a priest must give each couple, you know.
I know. That's why I came to you, mi primo.
Santana, is there a reason for your haste?
No, not what you're thinking. 7 years ago, I had a child out of wedlock. I gave my child up for adoption. It was a son. I'm not asking you for forgiveness because I do think that that's something for God to decide. But I finally have a chance to get my son back. But the man who has custody of him now, you see, he wants me to be married first.
I see.
I would wait. I really would wait because I do believe marriage is a very sacred matter. But this man who has my son, he's a very cruel and capricious man. And I'm afraid that if I don't get married quickly, he'll change his mind. I can't let that happen.
You've put me in a very difficult position.
I understand. But I want you to know that if you can't marry us, we will be married in a civil ceremony.
Santana, there's no need
I do
for
truly
that.
want to be married under the eyes of God. But if you can't do this in good conscience...
I believe that God wants children to be with their mothers. Are you in love with this man, Cruz?
Yes. Very, very much.
Cruz?
Yes, Father.
Do you mind if we have a few words?
Oh, no, not at all.
Cruz, Santana has explained to me why you come here, the matter of her son.
And?
And though I'm glad you put your trust in me, I must say
Father,
that...
forgive me. I think I understand. You don't want to see Santana make the mistake of marrying too quickly.
Would it be a mistake? I must ask you, are you prepared to undertake what it would be with Santana's son?
I am. I love Brandon. And there's no doubt in my mind I could be a good father to him.
And a good husband to Santana?
I hope so.
Let me ask you, are you as much in love with Santana as she is with you?
You're very perceptive. Our feelings for each other are different. We've both been in love with other people before, and quite frankly, Father, I don't expect this to be the same thing for me. But I know Santana. We basically want the same things from life. And most importantly, there is nothing I wouldn't do to keep her from harm.
Well, I'm glad that someone is more realistic about this marriage. Santana's a bit starry-eyed. Santana!
Yes?
There's no reason for me to prevent this marriage. Although I wish you could wait, I will consent to perform the ceremony for you this afternoon.
Oh, Cruz! Yes, Doctor. This is Sophia Capwell, Eden's mother. Oh, I'm fine. Yes, I was calling for my daughter. It seems she's concerned about a pregnancy test that you ran or that she asked you to run. I'm not sure which. Oh, you were never requested to run a test? But I know you talked to Eden this afternoon. Well, yeah, I guess I could talk to her myself. All right, I will. Thank you very much.
Wait, maybe I'm a little shy, too, about my scars.
Oh, from the explosion. All right.
Nothing. I know how you feel, that's all. I mean, it being your first time. I don't want to rush you.
Who were you calling?
No. I was just...
No.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Madeline? This is Kirk. We seem to have a bad connection.
I can hear you just fine.
Apparently. Is my wife there?
I wouldn't know. She's avoiding me.
I don't follow.
Well, right before I had a chance to greet her, which she should have done me, she went out again.
Well, I see. Well, something must have come up then. I'm sure you'll have a chance to see her at dinner time. We'll see you then, Madeline. You were trying to warn Eden, weren't you?
Don't be ridiculous. I was trying to find you. You weren't here and it was 2 o'clock.
You're a liar. You're a liar, Gina. She's trying to put you into prison, and you're protecting her?
No, I'm not. Why would I do that? I want to kill her.
Really? Well, what were the two of you talking about when I went upstairs with Cece?
Brandon, that's all. She seems different. Haven't you noticed?
Different? Just because she said you could stay and visit Brandon?
Well, yes, that's very different for Eden.
Don't you know that that's the way she is, Gina? Two-faced and lying through her mouth constantly. Sure, she was nice to you. She was nice to me, too. But when I came downstairs, guess what she said to me? She said she wanted a divorce.
Really?
She wasn't in Hawaii last night. No, she was down at the beach, wrapped up in her Latin lover's arms. Yeah. She said they decided it was time that she make a clean break.
I can't believe that.
Well, believe it. Well, I knew this one was coming on. I'll tell you, Eden's a fool to think that I'll ever let her leave me. And you're a fool to believe one word that comes out of that tramp's mouth.
Of course I didn't believe her. I know how two-faced Eden can be. Just I haven't been around her in so long I forgot.
That's right, Gina. Well, at least we know for sure now that she's on her way. I think we better take her in positions. Do you have the gun?
Yes, it's right here.
Let me see it. All right. Well, we know that our alibis are in place. And that the notes the blackmailer have left will be found by the police just where Eden left them. You know what to do, don't you? And we're ready. Let's go.
Isn't this wonderful? Cruz picked it out for me this afternoon.
Very elegant.
I could tell that something's bothering you. Why don't you just say it?
I cannot understand why my sister, Reuben and Danny, are not here. It's your wedding day.
Well, I didn't tell them.
You didn't tell them? Are you ashamed of the man you're marrying?
No.
I mean, Rosa approves, I know.
I couldn't tell my mama because there are other people in the Caldwell household that this would affect. They shouldn't know about the wedding yet.
Santana, I don't understand.
Please, Thea, promise me that you'll let me be the one who tells Mama. Please?
Oh, what can I say? Weddings are supposed to be a celebration, a time to shout out loud, not a time to hurry about and nobody knowing. Ah, Donna.
Oh, Cruz.
Estamos listos. It's about time to start.
You're not supposed to see me this way before the wedding.
There are many things about this wedding that are not proper. Ah, yo no sé lo que está pasando.
Hey, don't let her get you down, okay? The important thing is that we're happy, and we are.
Yes. Cruz, I was thinking about how things will be once we get home.
What do you mean?
About Brandon. Mason and Cece, even Gina, have all tried to explain to him why I'm marrying Mason. Well, I don't know how to tell him that things have changed without upsetting him.
Yeah, I've been thinking about the same thing. I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but I think the best solution would be to keep the marriage a secret for a little while.
To live separate lives for a while? To have Brandon at my place and you at yours?
Well, just until he gets used to seeing us as a couple again.
I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't know how to say it. Are you sure you wouldn't mind?
Maybe a little bit. But after all, this is for Brandon, right?
Oh, Cruz, I love you so much. Oh, I can't believe this. In one day, the two dreams that I've had the longest and I thought the most difficult to get are both coming true. Oh.
This time.
Kirk? Kirk!
Gina, don't move. Get back to your spot. Eden will be here any minute. Now get over there.
What is that? Where are you?
You move one more step, Gina, and you're dead.
I just want to ask you a question.
Gina?
Why did Eden say that note didn't make any sense? Do you think she's on to us?
Yes, she did it probably for our benefit. She didn't want us to suspect that it was from Cruz. Now get back over there.
Kirk. Kirk!
Gina, you have about 3 seconds.
But the note, it didn't look like the same one you and I made up. It was, wasn't it? You didn't write another note, did you?
Of course I didn't. Gina, that's her. Now you get the hell back over there or I'll kill you now.
Cruz? Cruz, are you here? Cruz, is that you?